Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sam, your loan officer. I'm here to talk about USDA loans and how you can get one in 2025. Now, USDA loans aren't really talked about that much because, to be quite honest, there's a lot of misconceptions about USDA loans when it comes to real estate agents that don't really know too much about it, or lenders that kind of steer away from it because they think it's, a difficult loan to do. It's, tedious, and that could be further from the truth. I actually did a USDA loan last year and it actually wasn't what I thought it was. What I like about USDA loans is that it's zero down, so you don't have to put down any down payment. And it's great for low to moderate income borrowers if you meet the eligibility and requirements that USDA requires. So I'm going to go through a one-on-one on USDA loans just to give you like a surface level understanding of how these loans work, what you need to be eligible for them, and see if it's something that you might want to obtain in 2025. So typically when we hear about USDA loans, and this, I'm guilty of this, we think about agricultural land, like farmland, something that looks like this, right? Just tons of land. Maybe you got like a manufactured home on this big piece of land, and you say to yourself, yeah, that's USDA. But that could be so far from the truth. And what I was shocked to learn is that you can actually purchase single family homes with a USDA loan. You can get single family homes that look just like this over here on Zillow. Now, the area that I'm looking in is Americus, Georgia, and I'm going to take you through how to qualify an area for USDA. You can get existing homes or new construction homes with USDA loans. And I'll talk more about these types of properties a little bit later. So here are the USDA loan property requirements. The property must be in a USDA defined rural area with a population less than 20,000. And the USDA has an eligibility site map to verify this location. And I'm going to show you guys this site map in just a minute. So you can only use USDA for your primary residence only. You can't use it as an investment property, and you cannot use it as a second home. You cannot purchase multifamily properties with a USDA loan. And it has to meet the safety standards of the USDA. So it has to meet structural integrity, and it has to be utility access to the property. So here is the website to determine if the area that you want to purchase in is qualified for USDA or is eligible for USDA. So I'm going to type in Americus, Georgia, because I'm very familiar with this area, living close to Atlanta. And you can see that Americus is qualified for USDA. So I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so you guys can see on this map what areas are eligible and which areas are not eligible. And this changes from year to year, and it's always updated. So an area that you think may be eligible for USDA loan this year may not be eligible next year because they might have seen an increase in the population. So you can see here, this is Americus. And if we go closer up, this is Atlanta. And Atlanta has a population of probably over 5 million at this point. But you can see all these cities around here that are not highlighted are eligible for USDA. Like I said before, you can get agricultural land or farmland with USDA loan, but that's not the only thing you can get. You can get single family properties that look like this. So you can get 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 2 baths, single family homes with a nice backyard, new construction, existing homes with a USDA loan, as long as it's in an area that's eligible for a USDA loan. So I just want to look through one of these houses because, man, these houses look really, really nice. Let's look at this one. This one says a beautiful pool. I like beautiful pools. So look at this. This is a really nice house here. $425,000, nicely manicured. Let's see some of the interior photos. Oh, guys, look at that pool. Yeah, I would be poolside definitely with this house here. As you can see, it's probably like a 2-car garage. Let's see some of these interior photos. Wow. Kitchen is nice open floor plan it looks like. Nice appliances. Kitchen cabinets look nice wood floors. It probably almost looks like a new construction home or just nicely remodeled, to be honest. And guys, you can get this with a USDA loan because it's in that area. So I'm going to go through some of the other requirements for USDA loan, so that you guys have an idea of what it takes to get a loan like this. Here are the USDA loan borrower requirements. So income limits cannot exceed 115% of the area's median income. So what does that mean? It means that they have a certain amount that you can make, and there's a cap. So you cannot exceed this amount. And I'm going to show you this amount because it's based on the county that you live in. So I'm going to show you this after I finish this slide. But you have to also show stable income. So you have to be at your place of employment for at least 24 months. You have to demonstrate credit worthiness. So having a credit score of 640 will help you to be eligible for this loan. Here's where a lot of people get into trouble, which is the debt to income ratio. So your total monthly debts, including your mortgage, should not exceed 41% of your gross income. And this is where, people kind of blow past this 41% because, they have student loans, they have a car note, they may have a lot of credit card debt. Most of the time I find that they exceed this debt to income limit and they do not qualify for a USDA loan. So I would tell you, if you're in an area where you can get a USDA loan, you want to look at lowering your debt so that you can qualify for a loan like this. Citizenship status has to be either U.S. citizen, not a citizen national, or qualified alien with a valid social security. So on the USDA website, here's the PDF where you can determine your income eligibility. I'll have a link to this PDF in the description. But if you just click on the state that you're in, it will give you the income limits for the county that you live in. So we'll just click on Georgia here, and you can see here are all the counties, and you can look it up based on the moderate income guaranteed loan or the median income for families. And up here, you see that it's one person, two person. So depending on how many people are going to be living in the property, they have to calculate all of their incomes. Doesn't necessarily mean they'll be on the loan, but they have to have the incomes of everyone that's going to live in the house that's working, and it cannot exceed the median income that you see here at this bottom level here. So if you have more questions about that, you can definitely leave them in the comments and I'll be sure to answer you guys. So USDA loan eligibility map, we just went over that, and I'll have a link there so that you guys can take a look. In this way, you can verify if the area that you're looking to purchase in is eligible for USDA. So here's some tips for securing the best USDA mortgage rates, because it's all gonna depend on your credit score and if you're going to put a down payment. Now, you're not required to put a down payment, but it will help strengthen your application. So you want to boost your credit score so that you can get better rates. Even though it's not required, putting a down payment does strengthen your application. You want to reduce debt, like I said, to lower your DTI. So that means paying off any high interest credit cards. If you have a car note, see if you can refinance your car note into a lower rate, so that way your payment is less. And if your payment is less, your debt to income ratio drops down some. So those are some things that you can do to kind of strengthen your application for a USDA loan. And then you want to compare lenders. You want to do some shopping. But I will say, if you find a loan officer that you get along with and you have a good rapport with, and you know that they have your best interest, it really doesn't matter, because all lenders usually have the same rates. They all mostly have the same fees. And if your lender is transparent and upfront with you, you'll know if they're being honest and real with you. So I recommend this loan to first-time home buyers because, this is a great way to get into a loan, especially if you don't have a large income and you don't have enough for a down payment. USDA loans are great, especially if you're in an area that is eligible, because it can get you started into home ownership. So let's talk about some of the costs. So with the USDA loan, there are some costs. So you have an upfront guarantee fee, which is typically 1% of the loan amount, and it can be paid upfront or rolled into the loan. So that's a one-time fee that you pay. And that upfront guarantee fee is to protect the lender should in case you default. And it also helps keep the USDA loan program viable and continue to work for others. And there's also an annual guarantee fee, which is 0.35% of the loan balance. And this is a monthly payment. It works to protect the lender should in case you foreclose, and also to keep the USDA loan program to work for others. So you have fees like appraisals, inspections, and things like that to make sure that the property meets the USDA requirements. And closing costs can range between 2 to 5% of the home's price, including origination, appraisal, and title. So just to give you an example of a loan example cost, let's say the loan is $300,000. Remember, like we said, upfront guarantee is going to be $3,000. You can roll that into your loan or you can pay that upfront. Your annual insurance fee is $87.50. You have your inspection fees, which is $300 to $500. It could be more depending on the time that you're watching this video. Closing costs can be between $6,000 to $15,000, and this varies based on loan terms. Now, your closing costs you do have to cover, even though you don't have to come with a down payment, but your closing costs you do have to cover. You can work out something with your seller to maybe pay for half of your closing costs. Maybe you get a seller's concessions, or you get a down payment assistance program that may cover some of your closing costs. But there are ways you can cover some of your closing costs. You just have to speak with your loan officer to find out what's available. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching. I'm going to have more videos on USDA loans. I'm going to go a little bit more in depth, how you can use them for repairs on the property, other types of property you can get with USDA loans, and a whole lot more. So make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.